Brock, excuse me. Every time you called her. I'm telling you. Obviously, we're here to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Daytime, but the best way to do that is to look back from where we've come. And so tonight we have the pleasure of the cast reading that very first script, but this comes with a caveat. Now, this was March in 1973. This show wasn't about the Abbotts and the Newmans. It was about two families. It was, who knows? Why am I here? Anyway, to carry out that wonderful script, I'm going to introduce the actors, and they're going to read the script for us. First, I'm not going to say characters, because, okay, yeah. All right, first up, the gorgeous Eileen Davidson. You're there. No, next one. Okay, good. Okay, he's in jeans tonight because, hey, that's how he rolls. Eric Braden. Melody Thomas Scott. Seriously, not lying, when I saw this man on this show, I decided this is the kind of guy that I want to marry, Peter Bergman. And this is I get a little misty whenever I see him. Christophe St. John. The exquisite Sharon Case. Amelia, when she first read for this role, she didn't think she was going to get it. And look at her today, 11 years later. Amelia, honey. Sorry, they haven't. Okay. Oh, they're arguing over where we sit. Okay, next is Laura Lee Bell. No, actually it was Greg was next to Amelia, and then Laura Lee's to the left of Greg. This is me. All right, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, we moved. Okay, good. And we got one more, Christian LeBlanc. Where is he? I'm so starstruck because I really am starstruck with these people. I love them so much. All right, I'm so embarrassed. Okay, now I'm going to hand it over to Eileen to do the script, and I'm going to quietly die. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. The role assignments are: Eric Braden is playing Stuart Brooks. Stuart is the owner and publisher of the Genoa City Chronicle. He's a wealthy man and is the father of 4 beautiful daughters, Leslie, Chris, Peggy, and Lori. Sharon Case is playing Leslie Brooks. Her first love is the piano. Amelia Heinley is playing Chris Brooks. Her first love is Snapper Foster. Greg Ricard is playing Snapper Foster. Snapper is from a working class family. He's in his final year of med school, and Chris Brooks has caught his eye. But is he as committed to Chris as she is to him? Laura Lee Bell is playing Sally McGuire, a waitress who works at Pierre's restaurant. Like Chris Brooks, Sally also has a thing for Snapper Foster.
Oh.
St. John is playing the mysterious and penniless drifter, Brad Elliott. Peter Bergman is playing our benevolent truck driver and also our policeman. And Melody Thomas Scott is playing Barbara Anderson. Barbara is looking for someone very important to her. Christian Lamont is playing Pierre. And I am Eileen Davidson. I'm your narrator, and I'll be reading the stage directions. The Young and the Restless, Episode 1, taped on Monday, March 12th, 1973. The writer, William J. Bell. Fade in. Interior cab of large semi-trailer truck, late morning. Driver is wearing plaid shirt, open at the neck, leather jacket, a day's growth of beard. Next to him is Brad Elliott, wearing business suit, shirt, tie, all obviously expensive garments. Brad has a small 1.5-inch scalp wound that is scabbed over by now. A 2-inch tear under the armpit of his right coat sleeve. As we open, Brad's head is back. His eyes are closed. A man in a deep sleep. There's a somewhat sharp turn which sways his head enough to waken him. Initially, he's somewhat disoriented. The driver glances toward him.
Got yourself some shot.
How long was I asleep?
A couple of hours. Did you watch?
Looks that way.
Getting close to the end of the line for me. Genoa City. Drop the load, get myself some sack time, and then head back home.
Mm-hmm. Genoa City, huh?
Kind of a good-sized town. Me, I like St. Paul. Back with the wife and kids. You family man?
No.
How's the head?
I'll be okay, thanks.
Fellas, say the word and I can drop you off at a hospital.
No hospitals. Just let me off in town somewhere, okay? Anywhere.
Suppose it's none of my business, Mac, but, well, what happened back there?
Happened?
Yeah, you out in the middle of nowhere, flagging down a ride, gas in your head, guy with class, expensive clothes. Figures either you got it's got to be a broad who gave you a rough time, or maybe get mugged.
Does it really matter?
You got your ring too, huh? Still see the mark on your finger. Must have really cleaned you out.
Ring, watch, billfold, clasp. Not to mention my car. Yeah, he was pretty thorough.
You know, state cops, they got a station a couple miles ahead.
No. Don't forget about the police.
Yeah, well, you're a hard guy to figure out.
In for extreme close-up, Brad, as he's reminded of brief vignette from past. Build into audio montage.
Hard guy to figure out.
I will never understand you, Brad. Never understand you.
Build montage, ending with Barbara's line, as she continues very quiet but intense.
You know you care for me. All these months, I'll never believe it was just hunger for a woman, any woman. You do love me. Dear God, what is wrong with love between a man and a woman? Why do you fight it? Especially now. Brad, in the name of decency, don't just stand there looking at me. What are we going to do?
Oh, baby.
Well, what are we going to do?
Not we, Barbara, you. Get an abortion.
Slight pause. Then back to the present.
Mac, you sure you're all right? I mean, that hit in the head. Your mind okay?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, thanks.
You didn't say where you're headed.
Looks like John City.
I mean, from there.
That's a good question.
Brad remains poised and confident, his eyes fixed on the road ahead as we sneak in. Music, theme, hold, then, Dissolve 2. Interior Sally McGuire's apartment. Small, very modest. She's wearing short robe, is sitting on floor next to couch. Her head resting on her hands as she looks at Snapper, who is lying on couch, reading a medical text. His corduroy suit coat is open near a chair on top of which his black knit tie. His shirt is open, several buttons from the collar. Finally,
Kind of a drag, isn't it? Stuck in a place like Genoa City. God, I feel so restless.
Music up to finish it out. Fade 2, opening titles. Fade in. Interior Sally's apartment. A few moments later, Snapper's eyes are on his text.
So who says you're stuck in Genoa City?
Well, don't you feel that way sometimes? Trapped?
Feel that way anyway, Sally.
I suppose. Snapper, I have to leave for work soon.
I've got to leave too.
Class?
No, lunch with someone.
Boy type someone or girl type?
Man, in his late 40s.
Who?
Since we'll be eating at Pierre's and you may be waiting on us, Brooks. Stuart Brooks, the man who owns the newspaper.
Oh yeah, real swell guy. He comes in a lot.
Don't know him.
Then how come you and him are...
He called, set it up.
I heard you've been dating one of his daughters.
Mostly a Coke, sandwich at school, nothing much.
Chris, isn't that her name?
You've got a good pipeline.
A swell family, money, kind of nifty. All the right connections, a ready-made practice when you finish up.
Got it all like that.
Well, you're sick and tired of having nothing as I am, Snapper, and you're looking for a way out just like me. I've been thinking of maybe quitting Pierre's, becoming a manicurist or something. Being a waitress sure taught me nothing.
Depends what you're after.
The same thing you are. That's why you're going to be a doctor, because that's where the money is.
Is that the reason?
Nothing's wrong with that, Snapper, to know what you want.
I just don't want to fall into the same trap my father did, as simple as that.
It's kind of too bad.
What is?
Us, Snapper. If only one of us was different. The problem is we're both after the same thing and we can't get it from each other.
Are you satisfied this way? Us, I mean?
Sure.
No hang-ups.
Well, you set the rules, remember? No strings, just fun and games.
That's right, no strings. But you are right. We can't get that from each other.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Got an idea.
What?
We each make a phone call. You're going to be a little late for work, and I'm going to be a little late.
No, Snapper. That's what strings are made of.
Okay. Get yourself dressed. I'll walk you to Pierre's. See what Mr. Brooks wants.
Oh, you must know. Bet anything he wants to talk about you and his daughter, Chris.
Dissolve 2. Interior front entranceway, Brooks' home, with Chris entering an armload of books, and as she hears sound, Leslie playing. She smiles warmly, hold on her lovely face in close-up, and music, up to finish it out, fade to black, up on commercial number 2. Act 2. Fade in, interior Brooks' living room. Take it up immediately. Sound, Leslie's playing recognizable romantic semi-classical music. Take Chris as she watches her sister from distance, and slowly she becomes romantically mooted by the music. After a bit, Leslie stops midway for the selection.
Don't stop, Leslie.
Leslie turns, smiles warmly, then will continue music sotto voce.
Barely home, and little sister is already off to Fantasyland.
Well, that's what music's all about, isn't it?
Sure.
Now, if it were Bacharach instead of Beethoven.
As Leslie segues to Look of Love on piano.
No, it's much better.
The look of love is in your eyes. Well, it is that time of year, isn't it? It's spring. Or haven't you taken any time away from the piano to notice? My, the abuse we artists have to take. Well, who was it that said I'd trade it all for a man? I certainly know I didn't. No, I worry about you sometimes, big sister. Is it all worth it? I mean, really, all the endless hours in hope of a concert career? You're not me, Chris. I'm not you. You're in love with life. I find fulfillment with the piano, believe it or not. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Oh, come on now. Since when can we be honest with each other? I don't know. I think my problem right now is being honest with myself. Well, now, that sounds provocative. I'm sure you can guess. Bill Foster? Oh my gosh, no one's called him Bill in years. Oh, I forgot. Snapper. Leslie, I think I'm in love with him. Yes, we'd sort of sensed that. Mom, Dad, Peggy, and I, and I'm sure Lori would have too if she were home. Am I really that transparent? You've never been one to hide your emotions, Chris. Well, you've always been so good at it. Okay, so what's the problem? You're Snapper. I want to marry him. Oh. And Snapper? Has he told him? I don't know how he feels, Les. I can't be sure. Well, you're young, you're 19, you have plenty of time to figure it out. Yeah, but I don't want to wait. I want to be loved now. I want to be married now. I want to have children now. I said all now. Do you understand? Yes, I can. Chris, I understand. Yeah, but as you said, you can't be sure how Snapper feels.
Tight on Chris. Still in the end break. Sneak in.
When life is passing in the night, passing in the night. A man and a woman in the night, in the lonely night, must take the chance. The light in the morning light.
Very slow dissolve.
Very
Very slow dissolve. Interior cues. To Snapper and close-up.
I will let you two get together business, and I will go to the kitchen to see what the chef is doing with the food.